Thanks for staying with us. So we're still talking about the roles of wives, defining that role in today's times. And I'd like to refer to the tweet by Pastor Mike Bamiloye. He said, and this is from his tweet, "Some pastors' wives are feminists, fighting for equality in their homes and on pulpits. They have weakened the foundations of their husband's ministry and seriously adulterated the sacredness of their marriage. Some of the ministers of God just allow peace to reign in their homes so as not to raise the dust that will sink the sailing boat. The peace in some ministers' homes is a camouflage peace because the head of the house, the head of the home is now submissive. That's the husband is now submissive. But the terrible inherent danger, according to him, is that there is terrible seed of rebellion and stubbornness is being unconsciously sown into the children's hearts." So we're now trying to understand what's the definition of a wife today.
I think over the centuries, men have thrived in oppression. They have oppressed the women folk, and society had looked at it as how it's supposed to be. So you are married to your Lord. Even in the scripture, you hear Sarah called him Lord, and you serve. We've heard of cases where the woman would kneel down to put the food and hold the water till he's done eating, then you stand up and all of that. So now that the narrative is changing, where women are becoming more empowered, women are beginning to understand that they have the same brain with the man, they can do amazing things just like the men do. The men who are threatened mostly are those men who are still in that spirit of oppression, that believe that once I have married you, you are supposed to be under me. But they are forgetting that even in the scriptures, in the New Testament, it was admonished that husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself.
Women now feel like many of our parents were suppressed and they were oppressed, and they suffered because sort of like that's what was sold to them. But we don't realize that it is the perception we have received now, because being outside marriage was horrible in those days. So it was a case of, if I'm not,
insurance policy.
This place is better. Where would I stay? How would I take care? It wasn't like they were suppressed. Many women were happy to be married. It was a thing of pride. The Mrs. and change of name was a status symbol. And we shouldn't make it look like it was always a bad thing. At that time, some men, and still till today, appreciate, cherish love, like, don't do anything. No. You just sit down there. And they just want to pamper and nurture you. So the idea is, you take care of me as a husband. I, as the husband, would fend for you with everything I have. That's the system. But we started seeing it as oppressive because some people, a few elements of men, took advantage and became violent, which wasn't part of the system. Or they decided to say they wanted to go beyond oppression and, like, victimize the wives they had.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right